Hi everyone, and welcome to this phenomenal episode of the Being Politely Rebellious in Pompey video podcast. We are joined today by the absolute legend that is Lorraine Stanley.
Hi.
So Lorraine, I know you're Pompey born and bred,
Yeah.
And thank you for coming back into town to record this with me. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome.
But you come back quite a lot, don't you? So you've obviously got all your family here.
Yeah, all my family are here. I moved when I was about 20 to go to drama school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so all my family are here. I said, I'm going to London to be an actor. They were like, yeah, all right. Like, my mum was like, obviously knew I would be.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, yeah, all right. And I'm an actor.
That's
so
incredible.
I've done what I set out to do.
Yeah.
I'm very proud. But I'm proud of my roots, so I come here and I see the family.
All the time. You went off to drama school when you were 20?
Yeah.
That's so young still though,
I
isn't
know.
it?
I got a grant, a scholarship from Portsmouth Council.
Really?
Full grant. I would never have been able to go.
What was the process up to that point? So did you leave school at 16?
So I left school at 16. One of my teachers was like, you should go to South Downs College, Performing Arts course.
Yeah.
With Emma Barton and Jack Edwards, Dame Dolly. Yeah, I think he was a year younger. Emma was in the same year as me. I didn't get 4C GCSEs or above, so you had to do a 3-year course.
Right.
And
so you had to do like your maths and English again
Yeah,
type
I
thing.
didn't have to do it again, but you just had to do an extra year.
To like prove yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
so South Downs College was amazing, and then I was like, this is something I really want to do. I met a new set of friends, very different to my schoolmates.
Yeah.
They were all,
Where did you go to school?
I went to St Luke's.
Oh, you went to St Luke's, same as me.
Did you?
Oh,
Yes, you did.
Yes. Did you have Mrs. Trahan?
Yes.
I swear, she was
Yes.
like the one teacher who had been there for like 50 years or
Yeah,
something, like her
Miss
whole
Trahan,
career.
And who else was there? Mr. Gudgeon,
Yes,
the science teacher.
Mr. Gudgeon, oh my goodness. It
Miss
was probably
Hardacre.
Mr. Scott and Miss Hardacre.
Yeah, she used to smoke Tom Thumb cigars in her office.
Oh my goodness, back in the day, the
Back
things
in
you'd
the
get
day,
away with.
I know.
So you went from St Luke's to South Downs. I mean, that in itself is like such a stark difference of like you say, like the people you would hang around with, the kind of things you're learning.
It was a big culture shock as well, because it's completely different people. I used to get the number, I can't remember the number bus, but I used to get the bus from Somerstown all the way to Crookhorn.
Wow.
And I loved it. And from then on, they said to me when I started the course, what do you want to be? When my mum took me up there, I was like, I want to be a redcoat. I thought that's all.
Like Butlins?
That's what I thought I was capable of. I didn't
Look at you now, girl.
And then I got to meet, different people and study sort of Shakespeare and different styles of acting. And I was serious. I was like, I want to go to drama school.
Wow.
And then I applied to Portsmouth Council, got a full grant. My mum was a single parent, so there was
That's incredible though.
no way I would have gone otherwise.
Yeah.
I don't think they give them out.
No,
now.
I've never heard of that.
I had to audition to Portsmouth Council.
How unusual.
I know.
That's so
I know,
unusual, isn't
but
it?
I got a full scholarship. It was amazing.
And so then when you went to London, did you live in London?
I lived in London. I lived in Acton. Drama school was in Chiswick, so we lived on the outskirts. Chiswick was a really lovely area.
Was it? Yeah.
So I said I lived in Chiswick, but I didn't. I lived in Acton. And I had an amazing time there. 3 years I was there. My best mate Louise, who we were at drama school in Portsmouth, we both got into the same drama school. So it weren't as daunting. But,
because you had like that bestie by your side type thing.
And I learned so much there. Got my little toolbox as an actor. Got my agent for my showcase there. And started working when I was about 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you working when you were... Because when I first met you at Marcus Tisson's Don't Suffer in Silence Black Tie Gala, right?
Yeah.
And back in November. And I then went onto your Instagram and having a little nosy. And then I was like, I remember sending you a screenshot. And I was like, is this your mum? And you're like, I was like, I know her from somewhere.
Oh, you know my mum?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I realised that she ran the cafe in the train station.
She ran the train station cafe.
Yeah.
She was the Mary Rose Bakery in Fratton.
Wow.
The chip shop on Summers Road.
Yeah. Which is just crazy. I remember just seeing her face and being like, and it took me ages, for a couple of days, it was bothering me. I was like, I know this woman. I know this
Everyone
woman.
knows my mum. Everyone knows my mum. We used to go down the beach for summer holidays, and she used to work at the Mary Rose Bakery. And whatever food was left, she used to bring down. You know, when you're starving, you've been swimming all day. My mum used to turn
in the
up
sunshine.
Like, Junesy.
Winning.
But everyone knows my mum. Like I said, she worked in the train station.
Yeah, the best jacket potatoes. Oh, the best. So, did you ever work obviously with your mum, like whilst you were at school, whilst you were at college?
We worked with my mum at the fair. We all worked at the fair, all my sisters. Wow. I started off, I think, on the Lucky Dip thing. Then I was on the ice cream, candy floss in the burger bar. Yeah.
So those grafting
we were proper
roots.
fair workers, yeah. We had a great time.
Do you think that set you up in really good stead for when you sort of were coming out of drama school and you then went into the world, I'm assuming, of like auditions, and that's hard work, right?
Yeah, you have to be thick-skinned, and I think my upbringing was
good foundations.
Really good foundations for that, because you're getting knockbacks all the time. So yeah, I think that was handy. Yeah.
When would you say, like, what was your, because your IMDb obviously is ridiculously impressive.
It looks good.
It
don't
is
look too
so
bad, does
good.
It? I don't feel like I've done that much.
It's
but
insane.
yeah.
And when you watch the videos and the show reels. In fact, actually, over Christmas, I was watching randomly, you know what it's like, you have a couple of weeks off, get into some new TV dramas, and I watched Cradle to Grave or something with Peter Kay.
Oh, Peter Kay.
I had no idea you were in it. Yeah. And then I'm sat there and it was like the third or fourth episode in, and I was like, oh my God, there's Lorraine.
Yeah, I played Simon Daly's sister, and I was in that little car. I was pregnant at the time, only about 2 months pregnant. And I was driving one of them really old, like 1940s cars, 50s cars. Yeah. I stalled it. I was in the cemetery. It was a really fun gig because I loved it.
Great series. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Cradle to Grave, I think it's called. It's about ITV. It's on.
Danny Boyle's upbringing. I love period stuff. Like I think
where you get to like go back the costumes and
what's else, like Call the Midwife. Yeah, that was the first ever episode. That was on again the other day.
Yeah. Do you watch yourself, or does that cringe you out?
It does cringe me out a bit, but I watched it the other day actually. My partner was Mark. He was like, "Oh, you're on telly," so we sat and watched it a bit.
Yeah.
But you go, "Oh, look at my 3 chins," or "Oh, it's a vanity thing."
Yeah,
really.
Of course, yeah. What was your
first
what's the first job that you got where it's like really stuck in your mind?
London to Brighton, I suppose, was sort of. The first film that I did that I was like, oh wow, I was the lead in it.
Wow.
It was a really raw subject. And Paul Andrew Williams was amazing. We had this like audition that was all filmed. And there was lots of girls there going for the same part.
Yeah.
And I got it, and I was so chuffed. And I think that put me on the map and started my career properly, I think.
What point did you get a moment where you felt like you've made it?
I don't think I've ever really? Actually felt like that. Maybe
films.
EastEnders.
Yeah. Did you watch EastEnders growing up?
All the time. Yeah, constantly.
It's like British culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's iconic, and I've watched it since it started.
Yeah.
And Dot, when I first met Dot, that was like, because I'd watched her and she was my favourite character. Suddenly I'm folding a sheet with her and the laundrette, like shaking. I was literally shaking. It was so scary, but she was amazing. So maybe EastEnders, you've made it because everyone's coming up to you in the street and saying, oh, I love your character, and then you get a sense of that.
Do you find that you're put into like certain characters? So like, is there like a similarity and like a theme between your characters?
Yeah, I always play sort of very working class mums, or up until, well, now I do mums. Before then it was prostitutes, drug addicts, that kind of thing. Because I've come from a world of prostitutes and drug addicts and, you know, that world, I suppose, it's only natural I play them sort of parts.
You can like resonate or kind of understand them a little bit more.
Well, you know Somerstown, and you know.
It's an interesting place, isn't it? What was your favourite part of growing up in Somerstown? So you were born, you were just saying to me before we kick-started with the camera that you were born in
I was born in Wilmcote House, and what I remember of that, I was very young, but I think it was one of the Jubilees. Everyone come out, the flags were out, everyone was really patriotic. We had apple bobbing, we played like kick the ball run. Me and my sister were talking yesterday about the kids now on their tablets, on their phones.
We was all out there playing knocked all run.
We were playing tapping the flats.
Manhunt. Did you play Manhunt? Oh my God, what a game.
Yeah. So that growing up for me was the best part.
Yeah.
We used to play Tap in the Flats because Wilmcote House goes like kind of
all the
it's a funny
for those that
shape.
don't know it. I mean, I don't know if I'm sure it still is. It was like colourful, right?
Yeah, now they've painted it and they've sealed all the entrances, but we used to go up in the lift. There was like 3 lifts or stairs up.
The different and even the entryway into Wilmcote House, it almost felt like quite regal, even though it wasn't. But like palace. Even the lifts and stuff like back then. But it did, and I remember my mum moved to Wilmcote House. We grew up Waterloo Street, then ended up doing a stint in Paulsgrove, and then when my mum moved back to town, which was after I'd moved out, she ended up going into Wilmcote House. But by that point, it wasn't what it used to be. It wasn't, you know, like the Jubilee parties and things.
It was a real community. Yeah. That's what I remember. We all used to play out, like Nancy's 9 now, and I wouldn't let her just play out. Yeah. We were 8, 9. It was kind of all in a circle. So you had the park
in
the
the middle,
and everyone played it. You just go out. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm going out.
And I remember when my mum went back there, I must have been about 17, 18. But by that point, and my little sister was around then. My little sister's only 21, so she's much younger than me. But by this point, it was then known for that's where all the smackheads lived and stuff like that.
It did change.
And it was completely different, which is sad, isn't it?
I know. Summers Road now, so you still feel that.
So different.
It's so different. It was a nice place to grow up. Like I say, we all had each other's back.
Yeah.
I had 3 sisters, so we all looked after each other.
no one was pulling your hair.
We used to drive my mum nuts.
Yeah,
so that's why I can't argue.
Are you
with
quite
my mum
close
now.
in age as well?
Yeah, there was like 2 years from 3 of us, and then 5 years Donna's the baby. I say baby done it, I don't know, but proper trooper. She had 2, 3 jobs, you know what I mean, to support us. And we didn't have a lot, but we always got what we wanted eventually. Yeah. And like she would save up for it. So everyone had kickers and we wanted kickers.
She like saved the pasties,
up. The actual kickers.
The boots.
I remember pasties.
Yeah.
I used to go raving in them with the flowers around the top. These are not far off actually from pasties. But she used to save up, and then she took us all to London. You imagine 4 kids going to Shelley's. Remember Shelley's in London?
Wow.
Oxford Circus. So she would save up, and she'd done her best.
And do you all look after her now? Is that like the goal?
Yeah. She's out more than us now.
Is she living her best life?
Get indoors, Mum. She is living her best life. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So she married twice after my dad actually, and her late husband Trevor, bless him, he died. So she's on her own now, and she's built a life for herself. She's so independent, and we're really proud of her.
That's amazing. And is she retired now?
She's
retired,
just
live her best life. And
she would rather work, but it's not worth her working. You know,
look after the grandchildren. That's work enough in itself, right? Yeah. Definitely. So EastEnders. EastEnders. I mean, I know some people that are trying to make it in the acting world, and they say that they'll feel like they've made it when they've got onto EastEnders. How did that come about? Is it something that you auditioned for time and time again, or was it like you went once and they loved you and there you go?
No, I met Julia Crumpsey, the casting director, at one of my plays she come to see at Arts Ed in London at my drama school. So she knew what I was about. I'd had meetings with her, and I think she really wanted me in the show. And then they'd done a spin-off called Pat and Mo, and it was all about Pat Butcher, Mo Slater, their upbringing. Mo was married to Pat's brother.
Right.
Pat was a prostitute.
And
then I had an affair. So it was wicked because I got to meet everyone from EastEnders. We filmed it on the EastEnders set, a lot of it. But it was all set in the 60s, so I got all the nice costumes. So I'd done that already. That was amazing. So she knew me then. And then I played another character called, I can't remember her name, Thelma Braggs.
Right.
What a name.
What a name.
She ran the Rat and Ferret.
Right.
And she was Linda's pub rival, and she played Star's mum. So she was all brassy. I had lace tights, I had heels, I had all my hair done, proper brassy.
Yeah.
And I think the storyline was Jay was going out with my daughter. She pretended she had slept with him.
Right.
He got put on the nonces register.
Oh, no way.
And I remember I had to go into the Queen Vic on my first day. Yeah. Phil, Tish, Sharon, was the whole like
shebang.
They were all in there, and I had to go in and say, where's the ginger nonsense been?
Whoa!
With my daughter. And I'll then like go for Phil and almost have a fight with him.
And did you meet them beforehand?
I did. I'd met, well, before we started filming.
Yeah, before you started filming,
But I was like, Nancy was only 6 weeks old.
Oh, wow.
I was breastfeeding at the time. So I was in my dressing room.
Oh, bless you.
Pumping milk.
Yeah.
My boobs were out here, which was great for the part.
Yeah.
But when we went back, I think a couple of months later to do some reshoots, my boobs had shrunk.
Yeah.
Had to put chicken fillets in. So I played another character already. And then Karen Taylor come about, it was 18 months later. And they were like, it's too soon to bring her back.
Right.
We've got to give it a bit more time. But
because people would recognise you as the other character.
Yeah, because I only done, I think, about 6 or 7 episodes as Thelma Braggs.
Yeah.
But Julia Crampsey really wanted me. She really pushed for it. And I don't think they could find a skankier actor.
So she's got the bun on the top of her head.
Yeah. It was such an easy gig in that sense.
Yeah.
No makeup. They said, you've got to wear makeup for the lights. You've got to wear sun powder. I said, no, I don't want anything.
Really?
I want you to see every blemish.
Yeah.
And kind of regretted it after when I watched myself.
Watched it back.
Maybe I should have
done with a bit of powder.
Every so often, if she had a date or something, we'd put a bit of powder blue eyeshadow. But yeah, so I'm pleased that was the part, because Thelma, I don't think that was the right part for me. It was fun to play.
Yeah.
I had heels like that, and I was like,
no, screw that.
Yeah.
No.
So when I got Karen Taylor, they were like, what shoes
the trainers,
did she wear?
the hoodie.
I was like, I think she wears flip-flops and Uggs. No makeup.
Girl after my own
Yeah,
heart.
I'd literally get in my dressing room, put my hair in a bun, clothes on, good to go. Yeah.
None of that build-up or hours spent in your trailer. It's hard graft though, I bet, right? Like hours and hours. And
when your storylines are peak, you're in all the time. But I think my character was sort of floating in and out, so it wasn't too bad for me. If you work in the Queen Vic, you're in all the time. Yeah.
What's your secret to learning lines?
Just repeat. I used to learn them so quickly, but now I'm terrible.
Really?
Yeah, really bad.
Do you get your other half to help you, or like do you have a technique, or do you just need to zone in on your own?
No, I just zone in on my own, and I just literally stare at it, and then I just keep repeating it, repeat.
Yeah.
But you get used to it. It's a muscle memory.
Yeah.
So I think it's like taxi drivers. They use a part of their brain
for remembering all the roads.
Yeah.
Do you remember back in the day when you would speak to a taxi driver, and it was obviously before they had Google Maps and stuff. They used to have to go for tests. To like be able to be a Pompey driver, like for Aqua.
My sister was, Karen.
Oh really?
She worked for Aqua.
You used to have to know like all the roads.
I know.
And imagine the London cabbies as well.
But they saying they used a part of their brain that not many people use.
I should maybe try and tap into that.
That's why I said, as you get older, do crosswords or something. As you go
Sudoku.
dementia. I swear I'm going to get it. Honestly, when I learn lines, and then you're like, literally in the middle of a scene, and I'm like, I've got no idea what I'm saying next.
Yeah. Do you ever improvise and it just works out okay?
You can, but they're quite
hot on it.
Yeah,
I suppose if they
can't
take
go
the
too
time,
far.
right?
I think Danny Dyer would. He'd go right off and that was all right. But I think mainly we'd keep to the script.
Yeah. And she hasn't been written out of EastEnders, right? She's not been killed off or anything.
No, she's in Benidorm, spending Phil's 50k.
Yeah, nice.
50k Kaz.
Yeah.
I said, but I don't think that would go that far. So maybe she's, I don't know what she's doing, but she's probably got a pina colada in her hand and a fag.
Living her best life with her flip-flops on. So there's no scope as of yet. I mean, even if there was scope that they were going to bring her back, would you have to be hush-hush anyway?
I wouldn't be able to tell you anyway, So,
How do you think that would work? Because I know you've been on a weight loss journey, haven't you?
Yeah.
And obviously her characters, that like big, brash, bun on the head. How have you found, I guess, working or going for auditions with a completely new look? You look fabulous, by the way, and well done.
Thank you. I don't think, because loads of people have asked me the same question, I don't think Karen needs to be a big person.
Yeah.
I think she's more about real working class, real brash,
the rawness.
fat or thin. I think she, I suppose she's indulgent in that way, but equally I think she could be slim. I just had enough. I was like, I've got to
you want to feel better.
Yeah. And I do. I feel so much better.
It's like life-changing, isn't it? It makes you feel like 10 years younger, like, kick out kick around the football in the garden with Charlie now. Whereas before, if he ever asked me, I'd be like, no, I'll watch, but I'm not actually. Whereas now I'm out there kicking the football.
And I don't want to. I want to inspire Nancy to eat healthy and look after herself and exercise. Do you know what I mean? It's a job as a mother. So. Yeah.
So it wasn't anything to do with like industry pressure or anything like that?
No, I don't know yet, but you know, I did get fat parts, I suppose. You can say that. Well, I'd go to auditions and I'd be in a room. I remember I went to one audition and I was overweight, but I wasn't massive. And I sat in a room and I looked around and I was like, I must be in the wrong audition because there was like 20 stone women and I'm like, am I that? And I was like, maybe I am that big. Yeah, I had a proper booty. Which my fellow actually really liked, you know what I mean? He's like, I love your ass, don't lose your ass, don't lose your ass.
Yeah, but isn't that, I found that was one of the first things I lost was my booty. And for the first time I've got a bit of a pancake bum and I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah, I've kept it, it's got shape, I'm not going to lie, it's still firm and I've got no stretch marks or anything like that, so I have got away with it.
Yeah, no, that's
amazing. I was worried about Mark because he likes a bigger woman actually. He likes a curvy
something
woman,
to grab hold of. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, babe, but you know, health comes first.
And I'm sure he's taking advantage of your newfound energy.
I've got lots more energy.
Yeah, there you go, exactly. The sofa suddenly works again. So Panto. So you came back to Pompey for Panto.
Oh yes, I did. It was amazing. It was so good.
It must be really tiring and full on.
Yeah, that was actually a shock to the system. But I loved every minute of it. Jack Edwards is amazing. Julia, they embraced me. That I just had the best time with them actually, and the whole cast was just a joy to work.
Would you do it again?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah,
there's something about that Christmas and Panto and the buzz and the energy. And
Nancy wasn't interested in EastEnders particularly, and she can't see a lot of stuff I've done because I either swear or the content. So it was the one thing that she's never seen me on stage. So it's the first thing she's come to see Mummy. Yeah, it was amazing. She come on stage one night and dressed as a little rat and done the bow with me.
Oh my God, what a legend. So does she want to go into acting in any way? Has she got hobbies yet?
Yeah, she loves acting. She does a street dance like hip hop. She loves her drama. She says she wants to be an actor, but I'm like, no, don't do it. It's hard work, so I wouldn't push her into anything equally.
And like you said earlier, I think, is that partly your success is off the back of that thick skin that, you know, doesn't always come naturally. You know, it's that nature versus nurture thing.
She's quite level-headed. She throws herself into everything. She does skateboarding, piano lessons. You know, she's got it all going on. So whatever she chooses to do,
you'll support her.
I will back her up 100%. I think a couple of months ago she wanted to be a fashion designer. She's crocheting at the moment.
I love it.
So I don't know, but she has got that gene. I think it's there. It's definitely there.
Who inspired you to go into acting?
No one like
in particular.
No one in particular. I remember watching Neil by Mouth, Kathy Burke. And she was the first person that I watched on telly that I went, wow, there's similarities, and I think I could do what you do. Do you know what I mean? Because it was, you know, it was hard as a working class actor. To think that you could ever be something, you know what I mean?
Because sometimes it is one of those industries where it's not what you know, but who you know, right? So you've got to kind of break past those barriers and network.
I didn't have any. I literally no, I didn't have no step up. So I've done it all on my own, off my own back, I suppose, which is, it feels even better. But Nancy could get an in.
Exactly. What is it they call children who have got famous parents? There's a name for them now.
Yeah,
Scary Spice's daughter done like a documentary on it. I can't remember what the term
I
is.
don't know what, I'll have to Google it after. But she's done the Amazon advert. She wanted to do something that Mummy does, so I was like, all right, I'll do a voice. I don't get many voiceovers. I'll get you a voiceover agent. So she's with Meet the Joneses. She's with them. She was like going up for loads of auditions, sending her voice off for different things, not getting any. She was getting a little bit disheartened. Excuse me. And then she got the Amazon advert. And she was chuffed a bit. That was teaching her about being thick-skinned because she got loads of knockbacks. And it was all about the new eco Amazon. So Yeah, she was well
Oh,
chuffed.
bless
It's so
her.
cute.
That
So
is.
she's had a little taste for it, and
Yeah.
then when I done Panto, that completely inspired her. She was like, I want to do that.
I want to do
Just
that.
want to do Panto.
Oh my God, that's
She
so
would be brilliant.
cute.
She's great. She's done Panto in the Hertfordshire where we live.
Yeah.
She had to do a little solo and a duet, so we'll see.
Yeah. So what does the future hold for you?
I'm going to be a porn star now.
Hey, OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm going to sell my feet.
Do you know what though? The amount them girls are earning, and men
know.
actually. I just watched this series on
know.
ITV. Olivia Attwood. It's called Filthy Rich.
Yes, I've seen it
Oh
advertised.
my God! Have you seen MILF? Is like now
No.
the MILF thing. So like we're MILFs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Defo.
Like the money in that.
It's
my
insane.
goodness.
I've got the prettiest little feet.
Have you actually?
Yeah, I'm not getting them out.
No. We'll
Unless
insert
you
a
wanna
picture
pay
for
me.
you.
No.
Yeah. And I did get my teeth done 5 years ago, so it's my insurance policy.
Oh, well done. Oh. No, yeah, I have got the prettiest little feet, but I wouldn't do OnlyFans. If I didn't have Nancy, I might think about it.
Yeah.
But what's the future next? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying not knowing.
Yeah.
I want to chill out for a bit, enjoy Nancy. Being a full-time mum is like
It's a blessing, isn't it, though,
and I don't
when you
want to
can.
miss any moments of her life.
So you obviously just the only one, don't plan to have any more?
No, I'm 40, I'm 49 in June,
Are you?
so yeah.
Go on,
I
girl.
know. It's the skin. I had a lovely, I'm going to plug this because
go
it
for
was
it.
so
We
amazing.
love a plug.
But Brat Aesthetics group, she was amazing. I went there yesterday and she'd give me, I've never had it, micro needling.
Oh, okay.
Have you had it?
No, I've debated it.
Oh my God.
Does it hurt?
No, it didn't hurt
Do
me.
they put numbing on first?
No. Well, she done like a facial and then they done this limpage drainage. She done with these cupping it and then she done it and she said it's hurt. Some people feel like not
like
painful.
tingling maybe, a bit
I
prickly.
really liked it. So I've just got to say that's why I look
I
amazing.
love that. Go on, girl.
Yeah. So where was we? I got carried away
So
then.
future audition. So you're not really
Future,
auditioning
I'm not
at the
doing
moment. You're just chilling.
self-tapes anymore. Did
Yeah,
you? I've said to my agent, I find them soul destroying.
Right.
You get a one-dimensional version of myself.
Yeah.
And I'm quite passionate about it. I remember the day when you'd go into a room, you'd meet people, you'd sit with a director and he'd discuss the character. Then you'd have your script and you would do it your
Does it fire
version.
you up kind of thing?
Yeah, you do your version of it and he'd say, maybe try it like this. And you'd go, oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
When you're at home, you do it your way and you kind of...
It's not the same.
You're left to your
so
own
now you
device.
just have to record
You
yourself,
record
and
yourself.
then they just go through.
I just can't
Yeah,
bear
it's
it.
different. Because you get so much from people's
horrible.
body language, right?
Definitely.
And like aura.
And there's a spark in the room.
Yeah.
Like, do you click with that director? Do you want to
Yeah.
work with him?
Yeah,
Let alone does he want to work with
Yeah.
you? Is there a mutual respect for that project? Before EastEnders, I didn't have to do them, so I've left EastEnders, and now I'm like,
Is it like a post-COVID era type
yeah,
thing?
because now they've realised, I suppose, it's a cost thing with offices, and you know, So at the moment, I just said I don't want to do them, and I'm really,
like your moral compass doesn't
Yeah,
quite
I
sit
think-
right with it.
yeah, I don't. I'm not saying I never will.
Yeah.
But I got so frustrated with one. I've done a few, I haven't got any of them. So I'm like, am I doing them wrong? You don't get any feedback either. They're
coaching
not
and
like,
stuff as well.
we love that show real, but we just went with someone else because of this.
Yeah.
Or she's doing the same mistake every time. You just don't know. So you're left with like, what am I
Do
doing?
you almost feel as well? I mean, you like I said earlier, like your IMDb is phenomenal. Do you not feel like you should get to a certain point in life where people if they want to look into you or like look at what you've done, you can see that you're talented.
I've got a show reel. You can see my work.
You're versatile.
Yeah, to an extent, and it's not an arrogance saying like,
yeah.
"There's my work.
No,
look at my
but-
show reel.
yeah.
You know what I can do."
Yeah, but you just pick up the phone. It's like me being in recruitment for 12 years. People know I'm good at recruitment. They pick up the phone to me.
Yeah.
It's no different. You're an actress.
Yeah.
You're great at what you do. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone.
pick up the phone.
Don't make her do these stupid calls.
I think actors get to a level where Kate Winslet and Judi Dench. I'm sure they don't have to send a self-tape. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I wish I was. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you'd like to think that they do know your work, and I'm relying now, I guess, on directors I've worked with in the past.
Yeah, that network that you've already got.
and I want to do more theatre.
Yeah.
Doing Panto ignited that passion
Yeah, I
for
bet.
theatre, and I've done lots of theatre and I love it. So if I don't work because I don't do show self-tapes, at the minute I'm fine
You're
with
all right
that.
with it. chill, enjoy Nancy, enjoy some holidays.
She's got so many after school clubs. I said to my sister, I haven't got time to work.
Yeah, it is a full-time job, right? It is. Yeah. I know, absolutely crazy. So what's your favourite thing when you come back to Pompey?
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing to do, or your favourite place to go?
Go to the sea.
Yes.
I walk my dog, and I just look out to the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
That's my happy place.
Yeah.
And it don't matter if it's summer, spring, winter. I always go to the sea. I love.
And do you
that.
like forefront South Sea, or do you go like Eastleigh Beach side? Or?
I love, my favourite spot is the Hot Walls. So I go up there. We used to jump off the Hot Walls. Don't jump off the Hot Walls.
Well, one of the lads got paralysed, didn't he?
I know. And I never done the round tower bit. We just done the Hot Walls.
I used to watch my friends, like girls as well as boys, like come out with scratches all up their legs and cuts and bruises.
My mum would be, don't you
do that.
So I always go through there, and I go at the top, and that's my favourite part.
I love that.
If I could have one of them flats looking out to sea.
Yeah, like old Portsmouth. Yeah.
I love it, and you can see Spinnaker Tower now, and I love a bit of Gun Wharf.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that it wasn't even there when we were growing up.
What was there?
It was just part of the
It
docks,
was just the
wasn't
dock.
it?
My dad and all his brothers, they all worked at the docks.
Yeah, my father did,
And my dad was a mudlarker.
Wow.
So if you go to the outside the HMS Warrior, there's a plaque, and it's got his name on it. So they used to mudlark.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They used to. If you don't know what mudlarking is, I don't even know. They used to. The rich folk used to come off the boats.
Yeah.
And they'd be on the boats and they'd throw coins into the sea.
Oh.
They would jump in, pick the coins up, and they get to keep the coins.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I think
mudlarking. I love
just
that.
check that, because I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, don't take it verbatim. Yeah. That's just what you used to do for fun. Yeah.
I might have dreamt it. Yeah.
Right, let's take it down a notch then, Lorraine. I'm going to hit you with some quick fire questions. No right or wrong answers. Pink or purple?
Pink.
Yeah. Fair. Have you got an item in particular that you love that's pink?
It's too rude.
Right, I think
you know what? I watched.
Insert picture.
I watched. Legally Blonde at the King's Theatre last night, and she brought out a pink rampant rabbit.
Yeah.
And Nancy went, "What's that?" I went, "Hair curling tongs."
Quick win, well done.
Images of her at home when we go back curling her hair.
Brilliant.
Sorry.
Hide it well. Joggers or jeans?
Jeans.
Yeah. What about when you're lounging around the house? Are you
then I'm in my pyjamas.
Oh yeah, fair.
Pyjamas. As soon as I get in the house, pyjamas on.
Yeah.
Bra off.
Yeah.
Pyjamas on. Standard.
For the win. It's the nicest feeling.
Oh,
the feeling a man will never understand.
No, you'll never get it.
No.
Well, some men have boobs.
Well, true, but they don't get the luxury of covering them up, do they? Yeah, true. Bless them. KFC or Nando's?
Oh.
Hard, isn't it?
KFC.
Oh, I had one yesterday.
Yeah, I had one the other day. It's lovely.
Do you know what? They've got the
gravy.
That's what Charlie loves, dunking his chicken in the gravy. They've just got a KFC, the original wrap at the moment for £2.49.
Oh, wow. What
it was so good.
Oh, I love it. I like the chicken breast all fine. I don't like the drums.
Nom, nom, nom. Hot wings?
I like a hot wings, but I like the batter on the standard, the original.
The thing is, that's the thing with KFC, right? You get past the battery stuff,
and then I'm a bit over it. Yeah.
They should just do that.
Just dip the batter.
They should just let you buy the skin. You know,
put it out there. We could start a campaign.
We should petition. And Christmas or birthday? What's your favourite time of year?
Christmas, I do love Christmas, but it's more for Nancy. Like before I had Nancy, I weren't bothered.
Yeah.
I'll just go out and smash
with the flow.
it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Wake up, it's Christmas, I've got to eat dinner.
Yeah.
Like, now Nancy, it's all about Nancy, so I do enjoy it, but birthdays I like.
And you tend to get together with your family and celebrate and have a good knees up?
Yeah, always, yeah.
Good. And if you're just chilling at home, living your best life, are you going to be flicking on a drama or a documentary?
Documentary about murderers.
Oh, that's my go-to.
Oh my God.
Have you seen the Gabby? There's one that's just come out on Netflix.
No.
Gabby Petito.
No. Oh, I'm going to watch that.
It's really good. 3 parts.
I love them to the extent that we watch so many. I'm like, am I?
It's not normal. I know. And I watch them in the evening.
Yeah.
Like in the
Yeah.
daytime when I wake up, I watch like Real Housewives just to like pointless TV. But then in the evening, I always watch something crimey.
The dark.
It's wrong though, isn't it? Really?
It's so
like, why
wrong,
would you
but
do
so
that before you're
right.
going to bed?
I
Before you
know,
go to
I know.
sleep?
No,
Yeah.
I love all that. And Mark does equally. So
Do you watch
yeah.
Dexter?
No.
Oh, if you've never watched Dexter, it's amazing.
There's a lot of stuff I don't watch. I'm terrible. I watch like A Place in the Sun and Location.
Yeah, where you can just escape it.
Yeah, Mark's more Netflix. He's all over it, watching all the series that everyone's talking about, and I miss out.
Yeah.
But the documentaries, like Tiger King and things like that. That was brilliant.
I just binge watched Apple Cider Vinegar.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I think it's about 6 episodes, and it's like a docudrama.
Yeah.
And they have done a documentary as well, but it's about that woman in Australia who basically took over Instagram, had like millions of followers, and pretended she had cancer.
Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really, really good.
Oh, I won't. No, I'm going to watch it.
So, my final question for you is, what would you say is the most politely rebellious thing you've ever done?
Oh, good one.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Let me have a think. Well, when I left Portsmouth,
Yeah.
I said I'm going to be an actor. No one believed me. And I went on my own and feel like I conquered the world.
Yeah. Does it feel like when you come back, is it like a pinch me moment ever? Like, especially if people recognise you, like when you're walking around.
It's a proud feeling when people say you're from Portsmouth, and I get proud. I'm like, yes. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, honestly, I am absolutely chuffed to bits that you came by to sit down and natter with me today. I really, really appreciate it.
thanks for having me. Honestly, it's been
you.
amazing. Mwah.
And I'll see you at the Don't Suffer in Silence.
You will do. Don't Suffer in Silence, November the 8th.
Black Tie Gala.
Such a great cause.
Yeah, if I'm sure as soon as the tickets go on sale, we'll put a link up on the Politely page.
Thank you. You're amazing what you do.
Thank you, darling.